really funny if I went to jail for somebody else cutting my finger off.
The time is currently 3:02 p.m. on November 9th, 2024. Currently in the room is myself, Delta 86 Detective Claire DePietro. To my left is
977 Senior Trooper Buchanan Gilgully.
across from me is, sir, can I please get your full legal name?
Davy Longmire.
I'm going to go ahead and read you your rights. So at this time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one and want to be appointed to when available. Do you understand these rights if I've read them to you, sir?
I do indeed.
Okay. And just verifying for the recording, do you want a lawyer present for this?
I do not.
Okay. So the rights that you have during this interview are you can request a lawyer at any time. You do not have to answer the current question or any further questions. You can stop the interview at any time, and you are able to leave at any time as you are not under arrest. Okay. Do you have any questions before
Alright.
we get started, sir?
I do not.
Okay. Can you go over the events that occurred to you on November 6th?
November 6th. I woke up. I found out a friend of mine was cheated on by Rebecca Maury. She, long story short, she ended up cheating on somebody else, behind my friend's back. Me being me, I set an off thing on Yeeter. It wasn't directed towards anybody in particular, and Rebecca Maury, decided to take that to heart. And probably about 30 minutes after I put out that yeet, I was working at Great Bear, and about 6 men in all black showed up to Great Bear, tied me up with the rope, put a sack over my head, and stuck me in their trunk. They took my weapons off me, took my radio and my phone off me, and drove me over to the windmills. They didn't directly say who hired me on or hired them on, but I mean, between the times of the Yeeter post and the fact that I had a hit out on me, was pretty coincidental. They ended up basically telling me that it's just to send a message to anybody and all of my family, uh, to not mess with this person, and they proceeded to cut my finger off, my left middle finger, uh, and with some like bush cutters, and then they proceeded to douse it in whiskey and stuff so I don't bleed out. They then told me that, hey, we have to do this, and I said okay, that's fine. And they proceeded to beat me with the baseball bat, and I ended up getting treatment at the hospital. After that, yesterday, the 7th, I was acting all kind of fine and just kind of get back on track with everything that's happened. And my family at that time was pretty much on edge. We were all on edge at that point because we didn't know something else was going to happen. Rebecca Mori ended up posting a thing on YouTube that basically stated, hey, Davy, missing something, and she was flipping the bird. Me being me and being pissed off, I told her she's a dumbass because it's the wrong hand, first off, and I then proceeded to tell her that she doesn't know her left from her right, and that it was my left finger from my left hand missing, if she would know any better. After that, I proceeded to realize that that probably wasn't such a good idea, and she probably put out another hit on me. Later on, though, down the line, I ended up finding out through quite a few people that she might have possibly turned herself in after she put out that yeet. Basically, get everyone riled up, I guess, is from my understanding, and then she decided to, like I said, turn herself in. But at this moment in time, from my understanding, this is all just kind of speculation. Um, I don't actually know if she turned herself in. That's kind of why I'm here. I'm hoping she did. At the moment, everybody I know right now, all of my family members are all on edge right now.
Mm-hmm. Understood. You said that 6 individuals in black came and picked you up at
Yeah,
the lodge or
yeah,
at the shop. Can
yeah.
you
The shop.
describe anything else of them other than wearing black? Could you recognize any of them? Did they have flags? Anything
They
of note?
yeah, no, they weren't repping anything. All black vehicles. One of them was on a motorcycle. All black vehicles, all black outfits. It's as generic as you're gonna get when it comes to hitmen. I guess is the best way to put it.
Do you remember any plates or
I don't remember. No,
anything?
I don't. I had a sack over my head. I
That's fair.
couldn't. Yeah.
Okay. Um, who all was with you at the custom shop whenever it occurred?
Mia Torres and Arthur Mayweather.
Okay. Can you describe, like, just plainly for the recorder, where you work and your
I
role
work at
there?
Great Bear Customs. Yeah. I work
Okay.
at Great Bear Customs. I'm a mechanic there, just a generic mechanic. I remember Arthur was inside working on his car at the time when they all rolled up, and Mia was standing beside me having a conversation.
Understood. Do you know of any CCTV cameras that you would have seen?
I don't believe so. No,
Okay.
we just opened up the shop like probably about a month or two ago, so we're still trying to work towards getting more upgrades for the place.
Okay.
And from my understanding, right now there's no cameras, sadly.
Okay. I guess advise that you'd probably get some in regards to these sorts of situations.
Yeah, I actually made that comment to my boss, Arthur. So I was like,
Because then if we
we should
wanted
probably
to
get more
chase
cameras.
it, we can request that from you guys and push for it. So
Yeah. No, that is it's a work in progress now for sure. It's up on the top tier list now to get for the shop.
makes sense. Where did you say they took you? And did they take the bag off? Like, can you clearly describe where they brought you?
When they took the sack off my head, they took me to the windmills, the like the big windmills to the right of the highway going down towards Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
I was up near what was it? It was a windmill that wasn't on. And it had like construction all over it.
Do you remember any vehicles, anything from there? Even if it wasn't the ones that brought you, anything of note? So that we can identify exactly where you were taken?
There were bushes nearby. I'll say that there were like quite a few bushes nearby, and I actually last night I actually drove up there to make sure I was like certain that it was the place, and yeah, it was definitely the place.
Mm-hmm.
If you were coming if you were going up towards Sandy, it would be on the far right, closer to the power factory, the power plant. Is what I mean. It would be the windmill that's off with the construction on it,
Yeah,
closest
yeah.
to the
Mm-hmm.
power factory. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the
That'll
south
help us
road
find
of south of the road. What's that road called? Sonora Way. South of Sonora
Yeah,
Way.
with the purple dinosaur on the road.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's where they took me.
Understood. Did they say anything to you to help identify themselves?
Not really. They did kind of not fully confirm, but they kind of said that I messed up and then like clearly I shouldn't have put out some sort of yeet, and I already knew, like, right off that. I was like, yeah, it's what I said on Yeeter. Which is, mind you, that's baffling to me that something on Yeeter can get a hit on you. That's crazy to me. That still blows my mind.
That's fair to have that confusion, that's for sure.
Somebody's got to have a really big ego or they can't take something, if they take something to heart on Yeeter.
Buck, do you have any questions?
Not necessarily. If you can't identify any makes or models of any make or model of vehicles that were used, would be a huge help.
It was when they took the sack off, the vehicle was there. It was a two-door sedan. I didn't see the plates. It was a two-door blacked out sedan.
Okay.
I don't fully know what the car was. It was a sports car. I'm not.
Yeah. Did it have a spoiler on the back?
No, it didn't. I don't think it had a spoiler. The bike itself was a body 901. It was a blackout body 901.
Okay.
From my understanding, every person that's a criminal uses those bikes is something. So pretty hard to figure out who was riding it.
Yeah, it is a pretty common car in regards to that. Is there any other communications with anyone that has felt odd or strange that might lead to who is behind this?
Not really. I did try to ask around a little bit around the state, trying to figure out something, but everything's just turning up like people know that it was Rebecca that did it. Or from my understanding, people think it was Rebecca that did it. So there isn't really any other leads that I picked up on, sadly.
Got you. Okay. Do you have anything else, Buck?
No, I think that's all from me.
Okay. That's got me covered as well. Is there anything else you want to say before I turn off the recordings there?
I will say, I thought about this on the ride here. I wouldn't worry about the guys that did it. I would worry more about the people, like the person that actually put the hit. Like Rebecca herself. If she was the one that did it, I'd worry more about her than anything. Unless y'all already got her, then I guess it won't really matter at the point. I guess go after the guys that, kidnapped me.
Got you. Well, we'll handle that on our end. We're just getting everything crossed, so. Okay. Well, I will be wrapping up this interview. Just one last time, anyone else have anything else to add?
No, I think I'm good.
I mean, I think the only question I got is did she actually turn herself in? Like, am I able to, sleep safely at night? They're having a gun beside me or something while I sleep,
We're currently working on the case, sir.
It's understandable. It's,
It's an active investigation. Once it's done, there might be more we'll be able to shed.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I don't know if you need to be worried or not still. If I will advise the same thing that I would advise to anyone in this situation. If you see anyone weird, if you notice anything strange, immediately reach out to us. A false alarm call of you being scared and fearful for your life is better than us not hearing from you. So if you realize you're being followed, if you have a bad feeling about a group that pulled up, if you see a group running around that's coming towards your business, be safer and reach out to us because we will come help. And if it's a false alarm, officers will understand.
Well, like I told Nikolai, some folks ended up following me last night, and I went back towards where my family was, and they all swarmed these two people on a bike, and it turned out that like it was kind of like a false alarm. They thought I was somebody else, but like I thought I was like being protective, but like my family is on a whole other level.
Are they planning on going after her?
Oh no, they're
Or
just
whoever
planning to
is
fucking
involved?
keep me safe. No,
Okay.
they're just planning to keep me safe. They're more worried about me losing another limb than anything else.
Okay. I didn't know how aggressive that went. I get family being protective, though.
Oh yeah, no, they were just like when they heard me on the radio say, "Hey, I think somebody's following me." They said, "Hey, come back and we'll make sure that you're okay." And I'm like, "Okay."
Got you. Well, we'll reach out whenever we can share anything more, and we'll reach out if we have any further questions, okay, sir?
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay. So for the conclusion of this interview, the time is 3:17 p.m. EST on the 9th of November 2024. I'm going to be turning this off now.